There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the LSU Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Coming out with it, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about having that helping out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Levitt. Got his man downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. And you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible. And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
With the catch, it's Green. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, they're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like, they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time. Don't get over our skis. Think about too many things in the future. Think about today.
Yeah, they've got to have a sense of urgency now, especially knowing with that #1 beside the name, they're going to get everybody's best shot. So they've got to step up. They've actually got to elevate their play now, I think, to keep this thing moving forward.
Wants to throw on first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Breaks into the open. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Berry. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Gets it out quickly. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Humphrey. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a crease. It's Owens. Picks up the first down. Speeding down the left side. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies! Once he got some room, it was over.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Ballmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
They'll start on the ground with Durham. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality and the ground game.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Back to pass, it's Levin. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Running right, it's Durham. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Tigers will try to move the chains on fourth down. They'll go with Durham. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than these late-season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries, too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Levis. Escapes the pressure to his right. Took care of it himself. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The give to Caden Durham. Fights off a defender. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Durham. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Touchdown, Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more points. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Reed. Looking deep. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. With the catch, it's Green. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. He's going to run it. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And because of the success this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now, and this is a big key for us to win this game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Touchdown, Tigers! He got it! Beat down in bounds!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Arrington. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's Reed to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Escapes the pressure going right. The throw. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Now here's Reed. Release to the back. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Throwing Reed. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Reed on the play action. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A booming punt, and it's headed toward the sideline. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We start with the Washington Huskies taking on the Florida Gators. And it's Washington in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half.
Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Reed moves around to clear up the vision. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Trying to make magic with his feet. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So that'll cost them a down, 2nd and long after the illegal forward pass. Here's a give to Durham. Got a little press. He now has 85 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long.
Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Reed. Under fire. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Turning it on. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. Fourth down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big fourth down conversion.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's Reed to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
And, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Durham. He now has 91 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Handoff, Durham running left. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's loose. Touchdown Tigers. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. The Tigers are back on top. The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Aggies have a lot of options on second and inches. Throwing Reed. Fires to the middle. Maybe an ill-advised throw there into the middle of the field, and it's knocked down and incomplete.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Makes the grab. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They gave up the pressure, and that's been a problem, and they're lucky to get the ball back after falling on the fumble. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Reed. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. In the gun, third down, Reed. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. He might want another play. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some space. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Good, solid tackle.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
He'll pull it down. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Levin. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Touchdown, Aggies! Took it all the way back to the house.
Man, what an awesome game. This is exactly, guys, when we were talking to coaches, they knew it would come down to the last minute. It would be competitive. And how about that? The offense coming through, tying this football game. Well, an extra point away from tying this football game up. And now, 2-minute drill on the other side. Who can execute? Who can make a big play down this stretch? Maybe go down the field, get a field goal. We got a good finish coming.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Handoff, Caden Durham. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Here's a little room there. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Well, the defense knew they had a huge challenge coming into this one. This running back, one of the top 10 in the nation right now in rushing yards. They're going to have to load the box defensively, and they're going to have to get a lot of hats to the football because he is not easy to bring down.
Looking for the edge, it's Berry. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Run in the red zone, it's Durham. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. Caden Durham again. Shakes off the defender. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. They'll run it with Caden Durham. Touchdown LSU! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, what a great job with the execution in a moment where you had to have it. You score the touchdown, you take the lead. There's less than a minute to go in this game. All your defense has to do now is get a stop and you win.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Arrington. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Reed. Here's a throw downfield late. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together, but man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football cover, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.